In this short video, we're going to discuss the future of social media communities to place or replace the major social media communities. Now, in order to truly answer this question, you have to have an understanding of the realities of modern social media and where they stand, even where the business owners stand when it comes to using these communities. Now, I'm going to start off the video by saying this. I'm going to say that the major social media communities no longer meet the needs of the modern day business owner. Ever since COVID popped off, you have tremendously more business owners now, more than ever, probably in the tens of millions in the United States. Now, when most business owners, when they want to promote their business, what do? They go to social media. I believe the statistic is most business owners try to market their business online for 3 months before they eventually quit. Why do they eventually quit? Because they're not getting anywhere. They may be masters of their trade. They may bake the best cookies, but they don't know anything about social media, and that's the reason why they fail. So because of this, most major social media platforms, if not all of them, they are failing the humongous demographic in America of business owners, aspiring business owners. Most of these aspiring business owners are really just employees who have jobs and they're trying to break free. They likely have an abusive job, or they don't feel like they're not getting enough out of life. So they want to start their own business, make their own money, and try to gain some type of freedom. And there are business owners like this in America in the millions. And this is not necessarily a beautiful thing, but it's a very large, untapped demographic. Interestingly, most business owners aren't even aware it's a problem. They just sheepishly go to these social media platforms trying to gain some traction where they eventually fail in 3 months. So, the future of social media. In order for any business to be successful, it has to provide a practical need that people can use. And this is the reason why major social media has failed this very large demographic of tens of millions of business owners because it's no longer meeting their needs. So the future of social media has to attack, or rather target, these millions of business owners who are not producing results by means of the major social media platforms. So the future of social media, or rather social media itself, it has to evolve eventually. Say for instance, like I noticed that when communities are taken advantage of, eventually the communities come up with their own businesses to solve their problems, and they uproot the major businesses because they didn't fulfill the needs of the people. And I think that's the same thing that's going to happen in the future. Most of these social media communities they have to evolve, or rather, I strongly suggest independent social media communities. If you haven't started building one, I suggest that you do. I think this is the future, but I'm going to share with you some of the dynamics that I believe has to exist when it comes to these independent social media communities in order for them to be practical and to address the needs of these millions of business owners. Now, let me give you a few examples of how modern social media is not meeting the needs of business owners. Now, these are the results that I normally produce on LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn for probably 7 to 8 years. It's probably one of the most unforgiving social media communities. You post content, nobody can see your content. For like the first 5 years, I probably got no more than 5 likes, if that, on any of my content whatsoever. But eventually as being a professional marketing consultant as well as strategist, I discovered how to produce these legendary results. Now I know that most people, 95% of the business owners on LinkedIn, will never see these results. Okay, that's point number one. Here's point number two. Paying customers doesn't come from this type of engagement. That's number two. I know it's hard to believe. Paying customers do not come from this type of engagement, specifically on the LinkedIn platform. Okay, so that's number two. And number three, paying club clients comes from strategy. You can acquire paying clients and have a very low followers rate, but this is what most business owners don't. They're killing themselves to create content every day to produce these type of results. Will take years to figure it out, just to get there to figure out that this is not where paying clients come from. And this is how social media is duping the public. So they are no longer meeting the needs. They don't even see the need to serve the public, the billions of people that's on their platforms. You have to understand the reality of it. Here's another reality. When it comes to running ads, say for instance, you go to TikTok, you go to Facebook, they say, yeah, run ads to your Facebook page. Now, to a novice, you may think this is a good idea so people can see my content. Here's my suggestion. Never run ads on any social media platform until you place their pixel on your website. The pixel is a piece of code that records who visits your website so that when they visit your website, you can retarget them with ads or show ads in your feed. You can follow them around social media and show your ads to them. Money comes from, most of the money of online comes from that process, showing ads to people who have already visited your website and not the initial ads. So when you go to social media platforms and they tell you, run paid ads, don't do it. They know that they're taking your money. They know that you don't notice, and yet they're taking probably millions of dollars every year from business owners who don't know what they're doing, and they're just throwing their money down the toilet. So, as I said before, modern social media is not meeting the needs of most business owners today. It's tens of millions of business owners whose needs are unmet. In order to meet their needs, you have to pick up the slack and the broken pieces from major social media platforms. So here's my hypothesis about social media platforms, what they will have to do to break the ice, become relevant. And I believe that these guys can become millionaires. I think they can take the place of most major social media platforms. But you have to serve the community. In other words, these people who are on your platform, if you were able to get 10,000, 5,000 people on your platform, you have to serve them. Social media has to be a service to serve business owners who are on their platform. Say, for instance, when it comes to me, I've been in the game for probably 7 to 8 years. My first successful business was creating video ads and video marketing campaigns for all types of business owners, X1K commercials. Maybe I'll leave a link below so you can see my background when it comes to that area. But I'm also the brand ambassador and creator of this platform who's promoting it. Now, mind you, I'm giving people on the inside 10 years of my knowledge in marketing. So everything that you see on my YouTube channel, I'm going more in depth inside of the Black Rivers community, and I'm teaching them things that will likely take them years to figure out. Now, that's not bad just for how much? So 20 clients on the inside is 100 a pop. So let's say you have 5,000 clients on the inside. That's a lot of money coming through, right, on a monthly basis. But as I said at the beginning, you have to serve the community. I think in order to be relevant and if you have a practical social media community, you have to serve your community. You have to help these business owners. You have to give them your knowledge. That's going to save them years. You have to point them in the right directions and give them knowledge for free. But first, you can't do that if you don't have the marketing knowledge yourself. It's very likely I see teams of business owners online working together to populate communities like this, but it has to be to serve the community. And this is another important point. There are a lot of the people who are open to these communities. It's cool. They can have all these nice ideas. But if you don't have awesome or the right perspective or insights on social media and how to use this medium specifically to help these people, it may not be that successful because you may not realize, you may not be using the right methods in order to help people gravitate towards your community or even to fill your community if you don't know how to use LinkedIn or other platforms successfully in order to do that. If you need a little coaching, by all means, click the Calendly link below the video and you can sign up or book a month of coaching to grow your social media community, and we'll help you out with that. So I hope you appreciate the value of this video. If you have any more questions concerning how to grow your community, by all means, leave a comment below or reach out to us. Join Black Rivers, find out what we're doing on the inside, and just copy and paste what we're doing. However you want it, we're just helping you guys for $5,000 a month. We do believe this is the future of social media. You have to serve the community, and you have to benefit these business owners. If you're not doing that, I don't think they're going to be successful. You're not doing anything new if you're not doing that. Take care, guys.